I made a previous video about a scam where it would come up with a message saying the security system's detected a wiretap on your phone, run a file to check on your device. Turns out that was a scam and was based on a, a, a website or an advertisement that comes up on Google talking about license renewal changes for 70 plus drivers. And then there was some distinction as to it was 70 plus drivers or 60 plus drivers. And there was more and more and more and more about that. Anyway, I didn't know whether it was 60 years age or 70 years age or what the requirements were. So I decided to put a question into Google AI saying uh, changes in aging license requirements, and then it told me recent changes in recent changes in aging driver license requirements in Australia include more rigorous medical assessments and shorter license renewal period for those aged 60 over 60 effective August 2025. This is in addition to existing state and territory-based requirements that vary by age and location. So then asked it to tell me more. So it told me a little bit more. And I said, which required over 60, saying which states require over 60. And then it didn't give me a really good answer. And then I said, the jurisdictions required over 60. And then it gave me another answer. And then I said, why was the article about 60-year-olds? And then it gave me another answer. I then said, so is seeing that answer was about a shorter period for licensing. I said, so it's only the shorter license period that applies over the age of 60. And then it gave me another great big long answer. Then I said, which states mandate medical tests for 60-year-olds? And then it gave me another answer. All right. So then I was getting sick of this. So I said, give me a government source of this. And then it gave me this reply. My previous responses about a new national law for drivers over 60 in Australia that came into effect in August 2025 were based on a misunderstanding of the search results I had access to. Upon a more careful review, it appears there has been no such national-wide mandatory change. The information came from various news and blog-style websites that were speculating about or advocating for a new law, not reporting on one that had been officially passed and implemented. Actually, I disagree with that because some of them have said it had been passed. Anyway, so Google now, the Google AI now says, I apologize for the inaccurate information. I was wrong to present it as fact. I'll read that again. I apologize for the inaccurate information. I was wrong to present it as fact. And then goes on to tell you more of the information. So basically, the thing you've got to watch out for with AI and everything basically is that AI makes mistakes. And everybody says that, all right? As if non-AI doesn't. AI stands for artificial intelligence. As I have pointed out many times, it's artificial human intelligence. Human intelligence is flawed and makes mistakes, and so does artificial intelligence. It's interesting too that all this information it get from websites and there are people repeating this same false information. So the information is false. There is no government mandate that says that new laws for drivers over 60 has come into effect in August 2025. There is no law. It's just speculation on a whole lot of people's part. So there we are. End of story. Any questions, email me.